that happens in geography as well as political science and sociology. It's already 6 o'clock in the evening, so I'm sure you'll be happy to know that I'm not going to delve into theory right now, at least not directly. Instead, what I want to do is I want to talk about what an English-French dictionary, bowling, and Duke Ellington have to do with putting cities in a position to help respond to what is, if we're honest about it, the largest collective action challenge that the human race has ever faced. So, the dictionary. I think that the first thing that needs to be said about urban sustainability policies and the small teams that manage them is that they're doomed unless people in other departments see the value, truly see the value in working with those objectives. The process of getting that support is a process of translation. Sustainability teams need first and foremost to work at translating environmental issues into the language, the priorities, and the culture of the major capital departments that shape our cities. The term translation is used in actor network analysis. It describes a way in which multiple different players come to support the same project, even though they may have very different end goals, end objectives. So right away I should point out that the metaphor of an English-French dictionary isn't quite right, because it's not so much about changing the language that you use to describe the same thing. It's about realizing that sustainability and climate policy will mean very different things for different departments. And recognizing that if you're a member of a sustainability team, it's not so much about getting other departments to understand your understanding of why climate change and sustainability is important. It's about facilitating a process whereby they can reach their own understanding of its importance to their core responsibilities and then be motivated to pursue it for their own reasons. Take the example of Green Streets program in Portland. Over the past few years, the city has integrated thousands of these street-level rain gardens or bioswales across the city. They remediate rainwater, stormwater that falls onto the street, and also, as you can see here, they provide a growing medium for a variety of plants and trees. From a sustainability point of view, they have one important benefit, which is that they cool the streets, reduce the urban heat island effect, and as well reduce the amount of energy that you have to use on air conditioning within the city. But the program didn't succeed, right, because the bureau that's responsible for stormwater suddenly got concerned with energy efficiency or the urban heat island effect. It succeeded because they saw it first and foremost as a cost-effective alternative to building more pipes in the ground. Other departments within the municipality also support it, but again, for very different reasons. Some of them see it as a way of increasing urban green space or providing more habitat for biodiversity. Some of it see it as reducing heat stress in vulnerable populations during the summer. For others, it's simply about increasing the sort of green public profile of the city. All these players have very different objectives, but they can align their interests behind the same project through a process of translation that's made it relevant to their individual core concerns. What makes this process of translation so important, and why I started with it, is that first of all, it means the departments are doing the work themselves. And this is crucial, as opposed to a small, usually marginally funded sustainability department getting stuck with a completely unrealistic workload. And second, it also means that if it's done successfully, you almost automatically have to go to scale. Because to deliver results for the core responsibilities of other departments, you can't work around the margins. In Portland, for example, the city is intentionally building a $1.4 billion expansion of the stormwater sewer system under capacity. So they've opened up the whole city and they're building less pipe than they know that they're going to need, because they've committed concretely to using natural systems like this one to remediate more and more of the city's stormwater needs as the city grows. Obviously, that leads to bowling. Now, I'm not a bowler. I'm really not a bowler, actually, but I have gone bowling. And my technique usually is you just sort of build your machismo and you line it up, and you just try to wing it down so that you knock off that front pin, and you sort of hope that you get the front pin and everybody else, it all goes down, right? That's my technique. Not surprisingly, real bowlers have a different approach. This is a diagram of the hook shot, which, far beyond my bowling capabilities. You try to get it to curve down the lane so that instead of hitting the front pin directly, you hit just slightly behind the front pin and you engage